All right, welcome back, everybody, to a brand new video here on the second channel. Today, we got a lot of Pokemon TCG news to talk about and unpack within today's video. Of course, Pokemon finally announced when we're going to be getting the 2025 standard format rotation. Mega Evolutions might be returning to the Pokemon TCG with this new leak. Some pretty crazy stuff to talk about within today's video. We even got a brand new card that got revealed in our March set journey together. I'm definitely excited to talk about all the news within today's video because there is some pretty interesting stuff to discuss and talk about. And if you're new here to the second channel, make sure to click that subscribe button down below. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. We're getting close, so if you want to help me reach that goal, greatly appreciate it. And I'll leave a link to all the sites I used down in the description below if you want to go check them out. So yes, Pokemon have finally announced rotation. Yeah, they took a while to get this out, I feel like, but we finally got there. A lot of people have been bugging me and asking me about rotation, and for people that are worried about rotation in January, well, now you have your answer. Rotation will go into effect on April 11th, 2025. Technically March on TCG Live, I'm pretty sure, because this is the same date as the Atlanta Regionals, which is going to be the first major rotation tournament. So that means we're probably going to see rotation on TCG Live 2 weeks before. But yes, rotation will go into effect on April 11th, which is literally still more than 4 months away, which is kind of crazy. I mean, it's only January 9th. There's literally 4 months until rotation. But like I said, rotation should go into effect on Live 2 weeks before April 11th. They did this last year with the rotation when Battle Styles rotated out, like that block of cards rotated. The E-block, right? When the E-block rotated, they put it on Live 2 weeks earlier so people could test, play the new format for UIC. And they're probably going to do the same thing this time around, I would imagine. But yeah, rotation has finally been announced. Cards like Radiant Greninja, Drago, like all the Vs are just gone. Every V is gone. VMAX, V-Star, Vs, V-Star powers, no more. They're out of here, and it's now going to be EXs. Yeah, cards with the F regulation mark will no longer be legal for play, and that's how you can identify what cards will be rotating out. So if you look at the card, you click on it, and you see that little symbol right there, that alphabetical symbol beside its set number. That's how you know that card will be rotating. As you can see, Radiant Greninja is an F. Essentially, it's going to be Scarlet and Violet and on. That's the best way to describe it. It's Scarlet and Violet base set and on. But yeah, some pretty big stuff are going to be rotating out. The expanded format was not changed, but I'll do more of a rotation discussion video very soon. I held off on not doing a rotation video until they officially announced it, but now that rotation has been officially announced, I'll do a rotation video discussing everything that's rotating, what we're losing, how certain decks will get impacted, all that stuff I'm going to talk about in future videos here on the channel very, very soon, so stay tuned for that. But it's good that we finally got the rotation announcement, so people can stop bugging me, because like I said, there's still 4 months. There's a lot of people I see that are worried about rotation. I'm like, bro, rotation's not going to be until March. You have 3 months until it's gone. Who cares? You don't have to think about rotation. There's another set coming out anyways, so good to know. All right. So yeah, Journey Together. We already know about this. We've seen some of the leaks, some of the cards and stuff, but I'm digging the artwork here on the box. The ETB really looks nice. I'm liking the colors on the ETB, so I wanted to highlight that real quick. And then yes, we did get a brand new Tyranitar revealed here. That will be in that Journey Together set. This Tyranitar does have an item lock ability, so let's check it out. So it's got the ability Daunting Gaze. While this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent cannot play any item cards from their hand. And then you have the attack Crackling Stomp that does 150 damage, and then you discard the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. Kind of like the Tyranitar V did the same thing with Craigalanche. But yeah, the ability is pretty strong, right? Item lock is very powerful. Now, it only works when Tyranitar is in the active, so it's very similar to the old Trevenant from the X and Y base set. Now, Tyranitar is cool. The problem with Tyranitar, though, is it's a stage 2, so getting full value out of the item lock is going to be a little difficult when you have to rare candy into the Tyranitar. You know what I mean? So it's you might not even get turn 2 T-Tar. Ideally, you go Larvitar, then the following turn, you go Candy Tyranitar, right? That's in a perfect world. The problem is, it's hard to pull that off, I feel like, so I'm not sure how good this is. It is cool that there is another item locky card in the game. It's not broken like Vileplume was when Vileplume's in play, there's just no items allowed at all. This is only when it's in the active spot. I still feel like item lock cards like Bayonet and Budew are probably going to be more powerful than Tyranitar. Kind of a mediocre card. Yeah, the ability's strong. The attack isn't bad either, to be honest with you, but it's just kind of just a very mid card. Nothing too crazy. It's another Tyranitar, though. If you want to play a Tyranitar EX deck, you do have another one prize Tyranitar you could theoretically add to that deck, I guess. All right, big news. Mega Evolutions might be returning to the Pokemon TCG. So, of course, new trademarks for Mega Brave and Mega Symphony have been filed by Pokemon. They're under the same terms as trademarks used for set names in the past. We usually discover trademarks around 6 to 8 months before their use, so these sets releasing between July and September. Could these be referring to Mega Evolutions? Perhaps they will be the first sets to tie into Pokemon Legends Z and A, which is going to be like the next Pokemon games that are coming out. Legends Z and A, Z and A, whatever. And the rumor was actually is that they were going to have the return of Mega Evolutions in the games too. Ideally, these games, I mean, I think they're going to be coming out within this year, right? Late this year in November. So there's a good chance they want to tie the TCG into the game. Yeah, yes. Mega Evolutions might be coming back to the Pokemon TCG. It was a pretty fun mechanic from the X and Y era. The Mega Evolutions are really cool cards, and I'm excited to talk about them. So here's some examples of Mega Evolutions. So Mega Evolutions were very powerful cards that had more HP than the basic EX Pokemon that you evolved it from. So, for example, if you want to put your Mega Blastoise in play, you had to evolve the Mega Blastoise from the Blastoise EX. So it was an EX that evolved into a bigger Pokemon EX. Now, the Mega Evolutions at the time had a lot of health. 220 HP during the X and Y era was actually quite a bit. I've actually been doing a lot of shorts and TikToks on my TikTok and YouTube, my main YouTube channel, and I've discussed a few of the Mega Evolutions. But Megas did have that effect. The problem with Megas, though, is when you evolve them, your turn would end. However, there was a Spirit Link that existed. So the item, the tool card, Spirit Link, you put it on the Pokemon, and when you were to evolve it into the Mega Evolution, as long as the Spirit Link is attached to it, your turn would not end, which is really, really good, right? That was kind of the downside of Megas, is sometimes your turn would end. But Spirit Links did fix that, and Megas were really powerful, right? They just had a lot more HP than the normal EX. I would imagine, normal EXs now have what Megas had, right? And, we got stuff like, Shempow and Iron Hands with 220, 230 HP. I would imagine that if Megas are going to evolve from basic EXs like they did before, it'll be the same thing where you would, evolve from the EX. And I would assume the EXs, they're 220, 30 HP. I would imagine Megas are going to be closer to 300 HP. That's my guess. I think Megas are going to have around Stage 2 EX HP. So that's my prediction as to how much health Megas will have. But I'm excited. Mega Evolutions are, they're really cool mechanics. There was quite a few good ones. There were some trash ones. Ironically, the Blastoise was never playable. It was like the first Mega Evolution that came out. But we'll talk about some Megas that actually saw quite a bit of play and that are good, and maybe we could see the return of some of these. So yeah, we got Mega Rayquaza, which, I just looked at. But Mega Rayquaza was one of the best Mega Evolutions because they also had a ancient trait. Now, I don't think Megas are going to have, this extra effect to them. Like, some Megas were very plain and vanilla, and then some had, a cool effect on them, like the ancient trait here. When you play the Pokemon from your hand to evolve a Pokemon during your turn, you could play it on the turn you play down the Rayquaza. So you could play down the Rayquaza EX, you could Spirit Link, and then evolve into the Mega Rayquaza right away, effectively, which is what made the Mega Rayquaza so powerful, is you could put it out right away. Obviously, you still had to use Spirit Link, so your turn would end, but then had the attack Emerald Break that did 30 damage for each of your bench Pokemon, very similar to Terapagos EX, right, where you just do damage for your bench. And hey, Area Zero is in the game right now, which is effectively Skyfield, which came out the same time Rayquaza came out. So maybe we'll see another Mega Rayquaza-like card come out, since we already have Area Zero within the format. Mega Gardevoir is really good too, mainly because it had a dual type. It was both a Fairy and a Psychic type, which is pretty strong, right? Now, I don't know if we'll see dual types return in the future. If Megas are coming back, I'm not sure the duals will return. But hey, dual types do return. We could see another Mega Gardevoir with the attack Despair Ray. Discards many of your bench Pokemon as you like. The attack did 10 more damage for each Pokemon discarded this way, with a base of 110 damage. So you would just discard a bunch of Pokemon on your bench, and you would do a ton of damage with the Gardevoir. There's a lot of cool cards you can combine with Gardevoir so that you can discard them and then re-put them on your bench the following turn. So you could have a pretty good loop of just being able to put Pokemon in play for free and then discard them with the Spare Ray. So that was another powerful card. And then finally, there's Primal Groudon. Now, there's a good chance we actually will get another Primal Groudon. If we are seeing the return of the Mega Evolutions, maybe Primal Groudon, Primal Kyogre will return. Primal Groudon was a very good card. It did have an ancient trait where you Your trainer cards wouldn't affect the Groudon, so you couldn't boss it out, you couldn't gust it out, you couldn't remove items or tool energy off it with Crushing Hammer and stuff like that, which is really cool. It's got the attack Gaia Volcano, did 100 damage. This card has stayed in play to do 100 more damage. Groudon had a lot of support behind it. It was a very big Pokemon with 240 HP, so if Megas do return, it'd be really cool to see Primal Groudon come back. It's a possibility, just saying. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into the lore of Legends ZA yet. From the looks of it, we might be getting a Mega Zygarde, so maybe we'll see the return of Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre, but it looks like we're going to get like some Zygarde stuff, so maybe we'll get like a Mega Zygarde or something like that. We're probably going to get new Mega Evolutions too. Like we got all the Mega Evolutions. We didn't get every Mega Evolution turned into a card. We were missing, I mean, never got a Mega Abomasnow. We never got was it just Mega Abomasnow as a card? I'm like a lot of the we didn't get Mega Medicham. That was another one we didn't get. A lot of the Mega Evolutions, Mega Baynet we didn't get. A lot of the Mega Evolutions were turned into like either promo cards like Mega Garchomp, Mega Blaziken, though like Mega Mawile. They were all turned into promo Pokemon cards, but yeah, we never got a Mega Absol either, I don't think. I could be wrong on that one. But yeah, I'm sure we'll get new Megas. I'm sure we'll see the return of Charizard as a popular Mega Evolution. Charizard X and Y might return. We'll have to see on that one. But I'm excited for Megas to come back. Definitely a really cool mechanic. And let me know if you would change the Mega Evolution mechanic. Like I said, they were bulky Pokemon, but they had to evolve with a Spirit Link in order for your turn not to end. Let me know if you want to see them change up the Mega Evolution mechanic a little bit. Like, how would they do that? Are they just going to implement it the same way they did before, where you have to use it with like a Spirit Link if you want to not end your turn? Do you think that clause will still apply, or do you think they're going to make Megas a little bit different this time around if they return? I'm actually interested to hear your ideas down in the comment section below. I'd be very interested to hear what you guys got cooking up there. But yeah, a lot of Pokemon news to talk about. Let me know what you think of the Megas returning. Let me know what you think of rotation. Of course, I'll have more rotation content here on the channel very, very soon. So definitely stay tuned for that. I'm going to be working on some rotation videos coming out maybe this weekend. We'll have to see on that one. And then, yeah, new Tyranitar revealed, kind of mid, but let me know what you think of it down below. As always, thanks for watching the video. I'll leave a link to Pokebeach and Pokemon's website if you want to go check out any of these links for yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on another video very soon here on the second channel. Make sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 20K subs, and bye-bye.